The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle. Milan have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team...
Oh, what has happened here? Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham going face-to-face with his great rival. Looking to go deep.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility...
And the finish! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Liverpool are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That looks a good ball through. Brilliantly cut out. Cafu.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Park Ji-sung. Milan upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Mbappe! He has found a way through. Dembele! Just off target.
Dembele is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Knocks it out wide.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
It is a corner. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Albertini with the short one. Played in by Albertini. Nice interception, well timed. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Well, that has not gone well. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Lampard. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Lizarazu does really well there, he is strong. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's found a way through. Can he get on the end of this? And he's made sure that's not getting through. Time and again they are repelled. Schneider. Oh, it's Dembele. And this is Drogba.
Pretty robust defending.
And it's Lampard. And this is Schneider. Oh, shooting chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Schneider clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Oh, it's Dembele. He's shifting through the gears here. Tries a shot! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Drogba! And he hits the net! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Liverpool grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now it's Del Piero. Distributed tidily. Dembele is always scanning the pitch for targets. Searching passes played there. Drogba! It's there! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Liverpool come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. And we are up to the break.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Liverpool are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And the second half gets underway. Well, that is one way to stop him. Lizarazu. Looking to play him in. Looking for options for movement. Chance! Has another go! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Now, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left...
Climbs up big! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter, certainly the way he's been playing.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Mbappe. Cafu.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
It's a pretty loose pass. Park Ji-sung. He is through here. A header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Robertson. Mbappe looking to run onto it. And that's out of reach. Albertini. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Drogba. And it's Yaya Toure. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. That is some save from Khan. He's done very well to get to that.
Alexander-Arnold actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
It's their second corner of the game. Terrific header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And this is Park Ji-sung. And he's had it nicked away. Park Ji-sung couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference.
Shot a goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yaya Toure is offering a wry smile there.
So, third corner of the game. Big header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. And here's Drogba. Oh, good take in a good area. Park Ji-sung knocks it into space. It's Dembele! Oh, whistle's gone. Now then. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Sostituzione per il Milan.
Alexander-Arnold with a real chance here. This the perfect chance to it. He's gone direct. So their fourth corner of the game. Drogba! He will be livid with himself. Cafu. It's a throw-in. Alexander-Arnold. And that's aimed into the middle. Cafu clears it away. They're up to 5 corners now. Oh, what a climb! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Rijkaard certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Kagawa. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. He's through here. No, that's been intercepted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass.
He's one-on-one! Big chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Nicely weighted ball. Toure in acres of space out wide. That's a decent clearance. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And this is Drogba. Drogba! Oh, it rattles the bar. This time, surely. And yes, it's there! There is a man right at the top of his game. And he just knows it. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Lizarazu. And here's Del Piero. Del Piero proves just a little bit too strong. Lizarazu's a mighty effort! He scores! And what a climax we have here! satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Milan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Taken back almost at once. Great ball if he can get there. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Tries to play it through. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. And here's Albertini. Bellingham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now it's Drogba. And here's the chance to counter. He's in plenty of space here. Now this could be a chance. He's free, there's the shot! He's scored! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. They are pumped, boy they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Drogba, very much the hero in this game. What a turnaround, victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including...
And Yaya Toure! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yaya Toure is offering a right smile there.
Liverpool with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's Bellingham, and it's played into the middle. That's a decent clearance. Corner number 2 then. Terrific header! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Bellingham shifted it to the flank. Robertson made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. And here's Bellingham. Bellingham! It's a pretty loose pass. And this is Drogba. It's Drogba! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's just beyond his reach. Bergkamp! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. That has not gone well. Oh, shooting chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retreat. Big chance! First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, easy pickings there. That's a lovely pass. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Vasco da Gama clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Bellingham. And that's been won straight back. Zico. Oh, it's a great ball here. Yaya Toure is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Drogba stood his ground strongly. Now it's Dembele. Oh, that's fabulous. That looks a good cross. Oh, decent chance! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Now that's well seen too. He's looking wide. Looking to play him in. Mbappe is wide and looking to get onto this.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Oh, no joy this time. Vasco da Gama look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack.
It's Bergkamp! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Oh no, that was never going to make it. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Drogba is onto it in a flash. Rijkaard. Nicely shaped ball. He's felt that, hasn't he?
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan
Played
here.
out wide. He's a sharp little ball here, and he lines up a cross. Nicely spread. And this is Ibrahimovic. Threads one in. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Looking for a runner. Bellingham. Petit does really well to win the ball there. He can run onto that. Takes a shot! They've scored!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Vasco da Gama have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Gilberto Silva. And it's half-time here. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
That pass has been well intercepted. Tries to pass it through, and he welcomes it in. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Back into the middle. And that has left him in a heap. Looking to go deep. Gilberto Silva gets it away. It's going to be another throw. Nice sequence of passes this. No way through, so back it comes. Oh, shot a goal! That was superb goalkeeping.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Eto'o. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Yaya Toure. Liverpool still chasing a 1-goal deficit here. And he's there to retrieve it. Knocks it out wide. He has a look up. There's the delivery.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Played it again. Keeper has taken decisive action. Now it's Bellingham. And this is Dembele. Here it is, crossed in. And that's the keeper's ball.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And it's Bellingham. That has been cut short. Petit. Tries to play it through. And that pass just didn't quite work. And he's gone direct here. And the pass is intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Zico. Bergkamp. Well read. And the danger is averted. Ibra. And the finish! He's scored! And this is getting better and better. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Vasco da Gama are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say...
Oh, he's been caught napping! Cross from Robertson. He rises! He will be livid with himself.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Oh. Can he finish? And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Vasco da Gama are looking to go forward now. Koeman wins the duel this time. Now it's Zico. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Yaya Toure! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. The corner count is rising. That's 6. Rijkaard! No, not the best of headers. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Searching pass he's played there. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Played out to the left flank. Played into the box. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Dembele. Oh, right place, right time.
Still alert as ever. That's so well played.
Floated through. Drogba chasing after it. Koeman kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. It's Ibrahimovic! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Wriggles his way through. He's picked his way through. And here's Drogba. Rijkaard out towards the flank. Alexander-Arnold plays it in. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job.
Security staff for each block.
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I think you and I can be sure that neither of us are going to present a serious challenge in trying to outrun Mickey van der Ven. This Dutchman is unusually fast for a defender, particularly the fact is he's 6'4". So I'm just concerned about his hamstrings. I know he's had problems in the past, and I just hope that doesn't go on to interrupt his career, but there's nobody really capable of outrunning him.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Quick look. Oh, tries a shot! An early chance there, first of the game.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Kubo! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Oh, it's Dembele. That's been cut out, well played. Keeper's got good distance on that. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a...
That could spell trouble. Guti. Mateus. Now it's Mbappe. Cannavaro cuts it out. Bellingham. Yaya Toure. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Zico is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Liverpool, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. He's in plenty of space here. Kubo. Mbappe. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Kubo really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there...
Oh, shooting chance! It's there! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Can he get on the end of this? Cross to the back post. And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
And here's Drogba.
Drogba really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Zico, he is through here. That's good play. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pass somewhat off target. Rijkaard puts his foot on the gas, turns and goes back, and it's Lahm. Guti. Robertson does really well to win the ball there. Takes aim and crosses, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Drogba is always scanning the pitch for targets. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Bellingham. Bellingham is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Spread neatly. Kubo. Now it's Kubo. Oh, important interception.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Alexander-Arnold picks it up out wide. And here's the chance to counter. Mbappe. Now it's Kubo. And he's picked out the run. Well timed, excellent interception. Robertson. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lofted in. Well read. And the danger is averted. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
And now, to all members
Yeah, you don't
of the
get any
crowd,
points for
I'd
stating
like
the
to
obvious,
ask you to
Peter,
join
but
me in
thankfully this
wishing
is
our
still very
birthday boy
savable.
a
Keep
very
things simple,
special
keep the
birthday.
intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substitution.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And this is Drogba. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's Forlan. That's really well manoeuvred. That is good alertness. And it's Drogba. And this is Dembele. Deep cross.
Is that the first time we've seen him try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Well read, nice interception. And that is as far as they're going to go. And here's Drogba. Yaya Toure. Cross from Robertson. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
The shot! Goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality.
Big header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Can he spark a counter here? Good ball, good take. Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. Drogba is onto it in a flash. Oh, well measured. Now this could be a chance. Kubo can so cleverly bypass the press. Taken back almost at once. Mateus, looking to play him in. And he welcomes it in. Forlan. And the flag has stayed down. It's not an especially good pass, that. Dembele. Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Kubo. Kubo. That is good strength. Kubo had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Lam. And they can counter here. It's a good run down the left-hand side. That's a shade optimistic. Could move up a gear here. Bellingham. Oh, it's Dembele. Strokes it back.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Foot in. And here's Dembele. Alexander-Arnold has it in. Climbs up big! Another header, but again the same outcome.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery.
It's their second corner of the game.
Substitution in progress.
Chance for a shot! Worth a try, but not this time.
Mbappe really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
Now, can they get him away? He's got away. Oh, that's superb. And that was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that is expertly dealt with.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Yaya Toure. And this is Dembele. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for...
Now Mbappe. Chance, surely! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Drogba might just make this.
2 added minutes has been
been
indicated.
cut short. Mateus threads one in. Calafiori aims beyond the defence. Delivery from Mbappe. He gets big! Oh, yes! It's there! And that may just do it! It was a great header. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win, and I think everything was just a letdown because of that.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he, and uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply to him. Bullish header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Great vision. He is through here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Van Dijk gives no quarter whatsoever. Now that looks a decent ball. Goes for the shot!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Adriano actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Adriano! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And reclaimed it in a trice. And he shoots! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Not the most accurate pass.
Barcelona would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
And it's Cruyff. Platini. Well, it's come to nothing. Nicely aimed pass.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he was quick to react. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And that's really well manoeuvred. Shot at goal! Goal! Barcelona! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Out to the left it goes. Played it again. He's got tall. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now it's Cruyff. It's a sharp pass. Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here. He's shifting through the gears here. Big header! No, not the best of headers.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now it's Drogba. Bellingham. Dembele receives it in a wide position. And that has left him in a heap. Toure is fouled. Alexander-Arnold is behind this one. He's trying the shot. Oh, it's a stunning goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Liverpool grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Van der Sar claims comfortably. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Mbappe! Pele can see things others simply cannot. Bellingham. He can get that clear. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Pele! It's Pele! And for a moment, time stood still. Barcelona have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Yaya Toure, and he's managed to get free. Good ball, good Drogba! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
He's in a good position here.
2 minutos de descuento.
Adriano. And this is Del Piero. Now it's Del Piero. Bellingham. And it's Robertson. Robertson charging forward, the ball at his feet. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. Seedorf. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. And we are up to the break.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 22. El dorsal 10.
Liverpool
El
kick
dorsal
off the second
18.
half.
El dorsal 6. Serán sustituidos.
Yaya
por
Toure.
el
He is
dorsal 11.
always looking to
El
break
dorsal
lines.
19. El dorsal
Let's make sure
13.
that's not getting through.
Ronaldinho. El dorsal 15.
Platini. Ronaldinho. That is a great pick out. That's been cut out, well played. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Seedorf is the guilty party there. Roberto Carlos. Platini. That has ended up in no man's land. Alexander-Arnold in acres of space out wide. He's there to get... Oh, Waters! And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Tries a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's there to clear it. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Drogba. And he's only too happy to take that back. Oh, good ball! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Lam calmly anticipates. Nicely weighted ball. And that was very necessary. He's picked his way through. Played into the box. And that's the keeper's ball. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Platini. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he's in on goal! Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Goes for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's Ronaldinho. It's run loose, who's going to get there? It's Ronaldinho! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Barcelona really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Corner number 3 coming up. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. And this is Dembele. Big chance, must be... Great chance! Oh, taken with style. And the comeback is complete. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
El dorsal 15.
Liverpool go into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Platini. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Plays it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he's taking no chances there. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Mbappe!
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Mbappe. Played back in. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, good spread. Buffon sends that a long way. Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? Dembele, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Somewhat off target. Mbappe shapes to shoot. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Ronaldinho quietly revving up. And here's Drogba. And this is Dembele. Dembele! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Dembele is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, smashing header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Not the best distribution from the keeper. And he's straight offside.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Dembele could try cutting inside here.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
2 minutos de descuento.
Looking for the run. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Palmer. Pinches it off him. Yaya Toure. And the referee brings it to a close. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Dembele picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.